All right, here's a brand new one for us out in Plainfield. Never went to this one before, even though it was on our list. We finally made it this year. This one's called Resurrection Cemetery. Not to be confused with Resurrection Graveyard in Evergreen Park. Resurrection Cemetery in Plainfield. What'd you think, Laura?
Well, first of all, I'm really happy we got the chance to get out there. I know he's had on the list. We haven't made it out there. This year we did. I'm very glad we did because this one is great. This one, they have the whole front yard full of, you know, different props and everything, animatronic type things. A guy with a head lifting his head on, you know, it's on and off. That was cool. But then you have that part, but then you go around and then there's another area, you know, in the backyard with like dolls and more of that type of theme, a creepy theme. But then you look in their garage and they have a whole scene set up from the Saw 5, the whole beginning scene, with the TV playing, with, you know, showing like the scene. Fantastic. This one I was just kind of blown away by because I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. You know, they have a scene from a movie, and from what I understand, they've done a scene from The Exorcist in the past, but of course, like I said, this is the first time we've been there. So, but I was like really impressed with this. This is definitely a 5 chainsaw. I look forward to going back. This is one that's definitely going to be on our list that we're going to make sure we get to every year. 5 chainsaws for me.
Yeah, I'd have to echo that. This one here, it sort of fell through the cracks. We always go out to Plainfield. We always have multiple things on the list, but for some reason, one reason or another, it didn't work out with the schedules till this year. So we made a point. We weren't going to miss it. And it was really well worth it. The front yard has a lot of animatronics, a lot of creepy lighting. The guy whose head keeps coming off, that was really well done. We've never quite seen anything like that, and I really enjoyed that portion. Then around the corner, the demon babies, the devil children. But they added to it because they had like a unicorn, either a unicorn or a pony or something, a stuffed one. But actually, I think it was supposed to be real because it had chunks of meat missing and blood coming out, and it was weird. It was like a zombie horse, or a horse that got eaten by zombie children or something like that. A nice twist. And the Saw scene in the garage was outstanding. You could actually see the clip from the movie. It was looped. You could see exactly where the scene came from, and it was a scene with a pendulum cutting a guy in half. Unless he pierced his hands. He had to pierce his hands. He had to put them in these things on the side. And the whole setup had that. It had the things with the hand. It was pierced. It had the guy, of course, unfortunately, he doesn't make it in the movie. Spoiler alert. He doesn't make it, and the pendulum goes through, and this had the moving pendulum, and it even had a clock on the wall, and it had the Saw guy on a tricycle in the corner. So it really had everything there. And there was also the pig-headed guy from the Saw movies that you see every now and then. He was peering through like a hole in the garage wall. So everything was there. It was really clever. Very well done. I'm glad we made it out there. It's a 5 out of 5 for me too.